This is my old multi-purpose utility table that I made about 12 years ago. It's been sitting in my garage holding sports equipment and other things like that for a long time. As you can see, it's fairly poorly constructed, but in my defense, when I built it, I only had a couple of tools. I had a cordless drill, which had pretty poor battery life, and a handsaw. So each of these 2x4s, pieces like that, I marked out with a pencil and a ruler and then cut with a handsaw and then screwed these things together using my drill. The top was made out of a very thin piece of 1/4-inch plywood, which I'm not sure why the camera isn't focusing here, and then a very thin piece of MDF on top of it, which inexplicably I painted on top. But I meant it as a work table, but it's very heavy to move around, and we have limited space in our garage. So I ended up just, as I said, just using it to hold stuff. But I decided to haul it out and give it a refinish. One thing I wanted to do was resurface the top of it. So what I did was I sanded off the top surface here. Here you can see it's already been sanded, and I'm preparing to glue on a thicker sheet of 1/2-inch plywood. And the saw mark across the middle, I made with a drill and then a hacksaw blade, and so it's very uneven. But now I've got a router, so I'm able to make some improvements. Here I have set up a light stand with a boom arm to hold my light, and as you can see, I have the 1/2-inch sheet of plywood clamped onto the tabletop surface in order to help me mark off and saw the lines. I'm about to saw off that extra piece, and then I will make this board about as even as I can with the previous tabletop surface. You can see that the thickness of the board is about equal to the thickness of the two previous boards that I previously had on the tabletop surface. And now I have the new surface cut to shape, and it has been glued on. And with the router, you can see that although it's not going to focus very well, I have cut out the hole across the middle of the table there, which I occasionally use to saw a piece that's clamped across the middle. But with the router, which I just bought and have used for the first time, this process was incredibly easy and made that hole look very nice and even. It looks like there are a couple of dents or imperfections in that surface, but that's just the appearance of it. It's actually very smooth. And I think I did a pretty good job gluing it on. And I hope to add casters to the bottom of this and use it as my primary work table from here on out.